Listen, as much as I have enjoyed this zany, chaotic madness that Yukinobu Tatsu has managed to craft with this little Kito Family Revenge Human Typhoon mini arc, I will say I am pretty happy to see that it is finally, hopefully, coming to an end in this chapter. But at the same time, he had to throw in one more crazy detail into all of this, which was an Unji Jiji father-son Kamehameha, which was just one of the funniest things to me, and it proves to me that even still, we will never know what to predict in these chapters of DanDaDan. And wherever the story goes after this, if this is just a brief introduction again into just how crazy this whatever arc we're in right now is going to get, because we still haven't even gotten to the shrine, we still haven't even met the deity that is going to give us this magical hammer, it is just going to continually get weirder from here. But hopefully we have some level of coherence to go forward, because I know that this arc was a little divisive, and I wonder if that's why this chapter was 25 pages, just so Yukinobu could use everything he possibly could to end this little thing going on right now and just move on. Because while I've been looking at the comments, again, I'm willing to just have fun with it and let DanDaDan take me for a ride. However, I do know there is a lot of big story things that are going on right now in the plot that has been put on pause just so we could deal with whatever the heck this is. Because we still have never even gotten any kind of concrete narrative as to, is the human typhoon a yokai that's being controlled by someone on Count Saint Germain's side? Is it just a random coincidence that Yukinobu decided to throw into his story? Honestly, we have no idea, and I know that's the main reason why a lot of people did not enjoy what's been going on so far. But I have to say, the small little bit of character interaction, specifically between Unji and Jiji, characters that before all of this happened did not like each other. Jiji did not appreciate anything that Unji was adding to the team, vice versa. Well, honestly, I have to say Zuma was the biggest chat of them all, because he was just like, hey, I'm just giving you the same energy you're giving me. And at the end of the day, they were able to come together, not just save Momo in the last chapter, but actually beat, again, hopefully, because who knows what could happen next chapter, but hopefully with this final Kamehameha, the evil eye, Gallic gun, whatever the heck Gigi's move is, was enough to actually disrupt all of the typhoon and save the day. Hey guys, real quick, if you want to support the channel, make sure you go down to gamersubs.gg/noop and get 10% off your nootropics and energy supplement fix, and we'll get back to the video. As for the actual battle that goes on, it definitely is something that I think will be heavily cinematic in the anime when it actually gets adapted, since the anime is on its way back in the next couple of months. Because sure, whatever everybody says, a lot of things are weekly fatigue, so going through and fighting some random typhoon enemy might be annoying when there's a lot of plot things going on, and this does seem like filler. However, you can't tell me that with Sai and Saru putting everything they have into these scenes, this is just pure movie-related quality action cinematic adventure right here. And you know what? The one thing that I have to just theorize about going forward is, will the Kito family remain allies, or are they actually going to be the threat that exists at the end of this big chaotic battle that we just went through? I have to imagine that everyone is going to be absolutely exhausted after this entire exchange. We've pretty much used all of our energy, everyone at this point, right? The Kito family exhausted their last Tsuchinoko that they've been raising since previous one got destroyed originally. Jiji and Momo have been using all of their energy, not just to keep the Tsuchinoko afloat after it got ripped in half, but now they're going to have to face old geezers and potentially get back into a knife fight. Something tells me that the plot will have something waiting for us when we disembark. Whether that is the Kito family being like, you know what, you guys live another day, we are to beat after this and we will get our revenge again when we raise another Tsuchinoko. Because I think one of the most interesting things is, what if the Kito family were also just a random coincidence? Because everyone is saying that this human typhoon, if it isn't attached to the main plot, it feels a little contrived. What if the Kito family was also a random coincidence. Sure, they were set up a long time ago to be Momo's arch nemesis and always come back into the fray, but I think with Okarun's side of the story and Kinta's, where they fought the Space Cur and they also fought Heisei, Okarun's bully, it was very targeted and an extreme attack on Count Saint Germain or whoever the main orchestrator may be, as well as the entire Mr. Murakami Jim plot with Kokiyuki Shiro, Aira, and Rin. So it seems safe to assume that the Kito family, because we just had Okarun's arch nemesis fight him, it makes sense that the Kito family, Momo's arch nemesis, would be sent after Count Saint Germain from them, especially after with what we know where he wants to put her entire family and friends in danger. But we really don't know that. What if this all really was a coincidence and the moment that we get off the plane, we are met with another major threat to handle that is on the main orchestrator's side. And then the Kito family have to stay allied with us, because I truly do wonder what their involvement is in the plot, especially since, again, they are still going to be around after we land this plane, which is something that I have to mention here, because we cannot forget that Seiko is the one currently trying to pilot this plane. So even if we get rid of this human typhoon, we still have to deal with Seiko's pilot of the plane if she even knows how to pilot a plane. Now, I will say, hopefully when the human typhoon is destroyed, empty space will disappear and everything will go back to normal. We already know the way that empty space works. The plane will completely repair itself, go back to normal as if nothing ever happened. They will be back in the regular space and potentially go and try to land in the original location they were supposed to, because the typhoon completely dissipated. Oh my god, skies are clear. It's amazing. How convenient. Now we can go back to the original location. So that is a possibility. Seiko just ends up in the pilot cockpit. Everyone's super duper confused. They almost eject her. They put her on the no-fly list for being some crazy old lady. With DanDaDan, you never really know what to expect. But the one thing that I can definitely tell you is, and I say it every week, I'm just excited to see where this goes, because if this was just the breather, the intermission, what is the main event on Momo's quest? Because again, the Kito family is here. Was this all they were here for, or is there some other reason that they were introduced? Alls I can do is question, and I know this might not have been the greatest review, and I definitely do apologize for this, but this arc has really stretched to the point where I can only say so much. They've been fighting this typhoon that has no dialogue, no emotions, and it's just kind of been typhoon hurricane science for the last couple of chapters. And while it has been amazing art, it doesn't leave much to, you know, discuss and theorize. So I definitely do apologize about that, and I hopefully you guys don't hate me too much for it. But I will say I'm doing my best every week to continue on with these reviews, and hopefully next week, next chapter, when we move on from this, there will be a little bit more to talk about. But until then, guys, I absolutely do appreciate you if you made it this far into the video. It genuinely does mean the most to me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, because it tells me that you guys still enjoy this DanDaDan content and you want me to keep doing it. And don't forget to subscribe, because not only does the YouTube algorithm love that, it also lets you not miss any of the future DanDaDan reviews, because I do more than just reviews. I do have a bunch of videos, so maybe check some of those out in the end screen here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.